yes, I am the head of digital transformation at the Italian Olympic Committee, a public institution, the de facto Ministry of Sport in Italy. So it's the public institution that's responsible for promoting sports at the grassroots level to the highest professional levels, hence the Olympics. And then along the way I also became head of digital for the Italian Tennis Masters. And this is because we realized we needed a case study to prove how important digital transformation is in our everyday life as a public institution. And I want to explain to you why it's so important. Our institutional mission at the Olympic Committee is, like I said, to promote sports. Therefore, we need to tackle practice drop-off and at the same time encourage people who haven't tried sports at all, most likely very young kids at an early age. So our target audience, our most important target audience, are millennials. Now, in the good old days, when the Olympic Committee thought of itself as a purely public institution, this was tackled pretty much this way. Our people would go to schools, talk to kids, talk to the parents of the kids, and convince them that sports was very useful and interesting and exciting. We would build projects with our fellow ministries, and all in an effort, and also through our sports association that pretty much cover the whole national territory, all in the effort to promote sports. But was this enough? At the end of the day, we would measure our KPIs. Our KPIs were how many people have subscribed to a sports federation. There are 64 in Italy that we coordinate. And the other KPI was Olympic medals every 2 or 4 years. Then digital came along, and a new governance for the Olympic Committee came along, and we questioned whether what we were doing was enough to reach our most important target audience, the millennials. And the answer was no. Basically, the answer was no because we thought in the analog era, we thought we didn't have competitors. We're a sort of ministry, so ministries don't have competitors. Or at least that's how we used to think of ourselves. In our opinion, however, today, we do have competitors. Think of it this way. In a world where Runkeeper counts 10 million downloads only on Android platforms, and these users who download and use Runkeeper are happy to do so, and also to provide Runkeeper with their personal data and data about their personal behavior or consumer behavior. And why do they do that? Because Runkeeper provides them with a service, a useful one that helps them keep fit every day or on a regular basis. So this is really what we should be doing, instead of only walking into schools and telling kids that sport is important and how to eat healthy. So really, we need to rethink our strategy completely. And to rethink our strategy, we need data. And it's a shame that Paul left.
I'm not sure any of us quite understand what this panel is supposed to be about. Maybe you do. But it had the word robotics in the title, and I work on robots, so okay, here I am. I tried to think what would be a useful thing to communicate to all of you in the communications profession, from all of us in the AI, computer, robotics, high-tech end of the world. And one thing occurred to me yesterday when we were at the, many of us were at the Zeppelin View associated conference to this meeting. And some of the students were presenting some wonderful things, taking some very nice pictures using drones. And so a discussion broke out about drones and communication. Of course, you could use them for communication. They could follow you around shouting their message. But I don't think anyone wants that. But that's one area out of many where there's a new thing, and the laws and the social conventions and the etiquette have no way of coping with this. It's a brand new thing. A lot of people really love their drones. They're doing more and more sophisticated things. They're flying very intricate patterns. They have wonderful cameras now. And you can see these great slides of scenic places from high up and move through crowds. What we've all dreamed of doing, especially the photographers. And yet, we have to figure out what the conventions are that will govern these. So we have to reach a social consensus, or if not a consensus, a compromise of some kind. So an interesting question is, can I fly my toy drone, in my yard, not bothering anyone, all I want without a license? Probably. What if it goes into your yard? Is that okay? Maybe not. What if it's outside your bedroom window with the camera and hangs out there for an hour? That's probably not something. So we have to figure out where to draw some lines. Do you need a license? Drones are flying into airports and threatening the planes that are taking off. They can get sucked into an engine, and nobody knows who this drone came from, because they're not licensed, at least in the US, I don't believe in many parts of the world.
I want to say about vision this situation when we start robotics evolution and humanity start to communicate with robot kind as new phenomena, as new massive intelligence and maybe self-awareness creation in Earth. Right now, when we say about robot, we say not only about autonomic machine, smart factory, many of smart things every day surround us and create smart environment as it will to adapt and think. For example, right now we try to change energy system to smart system or smart home or another smart environment around us. Multiple robots working in service, from the financial trading, for example, to customer service, messenger bots. Many people start to create robots right now. You may know about the RoboAir that already appealed over $3 million in parked tickets in Britain. And for example, this Promobots, it's Russian bots for shopping centers and exhibition who ran our contact competition last year. In the near future, all equipment around us will not only be smart and will be communicate with each other and with the people. And the number of robots and intelligent system will be many times greater than the people, than the number of people. New robot pushed out the people not only from physical level and also in professions that allows being humans, like doctors, teachers, psychologists. For example, IBM Watson, an advanced artificial intelligence system, which has ability to understand human language and analyze big data to create effective solutions. In medicine, the system diagnoses better than physical human because it has access to all relevant information and it's able to identify the case into the disease and develop the best treatment plan. A person becomes an assistant of artificial intelligence. It helps to accumulate and throw data, but decision is made by AI.